supposed to rain, and I wanted to get a picture of how pretty my flowers are before they get destroyed by the weather. They might not. It might be okay. But there's talking about lots of rain. Yeah, if it gets too much rain and these things get too heavy, they will quit. They'll quit blooming. Or the blossoms will get so heavy they'll be pulled down. The peonies are just getting ready to open. I am so glad I put the gravel down because I don't have to weed this. There's hardly a weed in the bunch. You'll see one occasionally, but not many. A climbing rose. This thing was over by the house, front of the house, and it never grew. And it was almost dead, and I decided to put it here, and it loves it here. Piney's getting ready to open. There's one just starting. Little statues in there. These poor things, they went through the freeze. They've been on there for a long time. They're such a pretty color. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. It's a peach color. And over here I have a little primrose. It's pretty. And I got a yellow one right there. The daffodils are doing their thing. The hostas are coming up. There's my bottle tree with my own decorative folk art on it. I like colorful things. Let's see. The irises with my St. Joseph that I just got through painting in the center. I don't understand this crepe myrtle. Every year it dies down and then it kind of comes up in the center, but it looks like I got poison ivy coming up from the center this year. Hopefully I'll get some crepe myrtle in there and I'll have to get in there and get that out. Everything else is fine. Just that in the center. Shoes doghouse. A little pond. The flag iris is growing out of it. My rose bush has roses on it. The water lily is taken over. And then I think I put another one in there in that basket. Originally I had plans to put it somewhere else, but in the meantime it's growing in the basket. If you look real close, you can see my little goldfish in there. Yeah. More of the irises. More roses. Ooh, we got a piney back there blooming. It's the only red one I know that I have. My frog. I have a frog in every garden. Got another piney back there. And the pineys came from my mom's house. At least these did. The new one I planted out back, it's the only one I've ever bought. And then another rose bush that's just starting to bud out. Teeny weeny little buds on it. Yeah, I'll get there. These are planters that my dad made. I'm planning on taking the fake flowers out and putting veggies in it later on when I get the main garden done. And this is the angel garden. It's got astelbes that are just starting to come, and red ones over here. They're doing really well. I haven't set this up yet. This usually gets a tomato in it, and pepper, and whatever else I decide to put here. The flower pot that was there in the corner, it busted last year, so I'll have to get a new flower pot for it. The hostas are doing wonderfully. Oh, wow. So pretty. Yeah. My king frog in the little frog village. Hello everybody. It's been a while since I've had a chance to do a video. But you can see I did get my hair cut since last time you saw me. So we're going to take you around and just show you some of the things I've been up to. It's been raining a lot, but I've managed to get this area all weeded. And this area is pretty much, I got this little bit here yet in front of the fountain. But the rest of it's pretty much weeded. The flowers are starting to die, and I'm having to deadhead quite a few of them. Also got the little iris patch weeded. This is what I've been up to, cleaning up all the pots from the greenhouse. I shut down the station upstairs for starting plants, but all this has been weeded. All this was weeded and taken care of. I still need to deadhead these irises. And got the swing set area all taken care of. The little parent rose is still blooming. And this is all taken care of. Shoes. Okay. As you can tell, I've got quite a few water lilies. They're all closing up for the night because it's after 7 o'clock. Deadheaded the roses and a lot of the irises and some of the pineies that have already bloomed up front here. And the rose bush. Finally got the little planter planted. This has got yellow squash in it. I usually put flowers in it, but decided to do the squash thing this year. This is an hibiscus that just did not winter over. I think it's dead, but we're brought out here and give it a chance. Not too concerned about it. My astelbes are blooming. My angel garden. Another one of my cats. I got squash, tomato, and pumpkin, and my butterfly thing I did. I still have to weed the mantation garden, or the bird garden. As you can see, it's gone crazy. Those are all bee bombs and coneflowers and sage. I have a hollyhock that's coming back. My rose bush I may have to trim back a little. I can't hardly walk this path. As you can see, I really need to weed this. All the spearmint's doing well. And everything's okay on that area. This I managed to get all weeded, and it looks nice. Like I said, this is the project for the day. Cleaning all the pots that I used, and also clean some of the bird feeders. I try to clean the bird feeders every 2 weeks, rotating them so that not all the bird feeders are gone at one time. So I got plenty yet to wash up tonight. As you probably notice, I have a bunch of different dog houses around. That's because in the wintertime we have a lot of stray cats, and I prefer to give them a place to go when it's cold. So, the next stop, the garden. It's really been raining, so I haven't gotten everything weeded as I should. The grapes need to be weeded, and so do the blackberries. Strawberry patches have been doing wonderful. We've been harvesting a big bow, 2 bows almost every night, and I'm talking large bows. And they're doing really well. I'm still a little disappointed on the blueberries, but what the heck. Take what we can get. Spinach is ready to harvest. Not many, but I'll take what I can get. I've always had trouble raising spinach, and this is the first year I've actually had some. And I got some tomatoes in here, and of course the asparagus in the cage. This is my leeks that I'm trying new this year. And in the background I have butternut squash. And then I have some broccoli in the center, and beets along this, which aren't doing too bad. Here we got the pumpkin that's going up this trellis. I gave them a choice of 2 different trellises, and we'll see which one they take. Peas, far and few in between, but I'll take what I can get. I'm going to plant this plant it with some corn at the beginning next week. This one has my peas. I've got corn there planted in it, which hasn't come up yet, and cantaloupe is in the bucket, and I've got 2 of them down below to go onto this trellis here. My beans, bush beans are doing well, and it's got some cabbages in between, so when the bush beans are out, the cabbages will be big enough to take over the whole thing. Over here I have my okra that's still doing really well, and we're watching these kale plant seeds get bigger every day. Then stuck up the rosemary plant. Over here we've got the big lettuce that we're actually eating, and the kale that we're actually eating. This has got broccoli and cabbages mixed in the center here. Radishes. Do you know you can roast radishes? I had one last night that I roasted with the turnips, and it was really good. And the beets, and of course the onions are growing. My turnips, which, like I said, we started harvesting last night and eating. And lettuce. And then another bed of strawberries. Now this strawberry bed I was having trouble with, since it was, for some reason they were rotting. So what you do when you can't come outside and you spend time watching TV, you shred newspaper. And I'm using the newspaper as a mosh, which I just put down early this morning. And hopefully that will keep the berries off the ground and they won't rot as badly. Let's go inside the greenhouse. A lot of changes since you've been here last. I got the pavers down completely. Got the cucumbers are attached to their string to help keep them in control. The sticky traps that I made are doing the trick on the eggplant. I haven't seen any more flea beetles bothering them. I have beets coming up and lettuce coming up on the side. On this side I got my tomatoes staked on the string on the back and around the twisty loops in the front. And I have radishes and red lettuce coming up. Yellow squash is doing well. Got marigolds I got to plant outside. And then my Swiss chard. We actually ate some of the Swiss chard last night, as well as the black-seeded Simpson lettuce from there, and the kale from up there. I got broccoli down here, and I got a zucchini plant there, a watermelon, and another tomato plant. So things are doing really well in here. The other place I got are my tomatoes. I'm not tomatoes, but potatoes. The one in the grow bag is really going to town. The new bench, oops, take you around the other way where the sun's not getting in your face. That's my compost bin. Okay, here we go. We got zucchini down here. A broccoli plant that I'm afraid I left in the greenhouse too long because it looks like it might be going to seed. But I got more of them back there, and you can see all the tomato plants are doing well. And I got the second station of beans coming up. These are po beans, and they're just poking their little noses up out of the ground. So as you can tell, I've been busy, and hope that everyone's safe. Hope that everyone's enjoyed the holiday they had, and remember, dream big. Bye.